गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दनं जय व्रजजनवन्दनं यमुनातीरावनचारि जय सुन्दरी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा माय सुदर्शन 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 जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भवतु जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भवतु जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भवतु Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radha Jaya Radha Shama Sundara Radha Shama Sundara Jaya Radha Shama Sundara Radha Shama Sundara Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radha Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radha Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radha Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita 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 Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya श्री प्रभुपाद की जय पतिन पावन श्री प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर षट्सी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर षट्सी भक्ति सिद्धांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास गौर भक्तंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय वृंदावन धाम की जय मथुरा धाम की जय मायापुर नवदीप धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय जमुना माई की जय तुलसी देवी की जय भक्ति देवी की जय स्वामित भक्तवृंद की जय हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय स्वामित भक्तवृंद की जय श्री रूपाद की जय गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि गोपाल कृष्ण सिंबल हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण सिंबल हरे कृष्ण श्री रूपाद की Hare Krishna, devotees. So, welcome on this Zoom platform associated with ISKCON Seshadripuram. This is the Srimad Bhagavatam class. So, we will cover today fourth chapter, sorry, seventh chapter of fourth canto, 52 and 53. Two shlokas will cover 52 and 53. Seventh chapter, fourth canto. We'll shortly start it. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुनीरयि नष्टप्रायशो भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूपदाम्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं श्रीजीवं साद्वैतं सार्वधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखावितम तम से हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी शुभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. I'm just sharing the shlokas. So we'll read the shloka. तस्मिन् ब्रह्मणि द्वितीये केवले परमात्मनि ब्रह्मरुद्रौ च भूतानि वेदे ज्ञानो अनुपश्यति. Word to word translation by Srila Prabhupada. Tasmin, him, Brahmani, the Supreme Brahma. Advitiye, without a second. Kevale, being one. Param Atmani, the super soul. Brahma Rudrau, both Brahma and Shiva. Cha and Bhutani, the living entities. Vedena, with separation. Ajna, one who is not properly conversant. Anupashyati, things. Translation by Simple. The Lord continued, one who is not in proper knowledge thinks that demigods like Brahma and Shiva are independent, or he even thinks that the living entities are independent. The living entities, including Brahma, are not independently separated, but are counted within the marginal potency of Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord, being a super soul, is in every living entity, including Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, is directing everyone in the activities of the material mode of nature. No one can act independently of the sanction of the Lord. Therefore, indirectly, no one is indifferent from Supreme Person. Certainly not Brahma and Rudra, who are incarnations of material nature's modes of passion and ignorance. We'll go to next shloka. Shloka number 53. यथा पुमन्न स्वांगेषु शिरा पाण्यादिषु क्वचित् पारक्य बुद्धिं कुरुते एवं भूतेषु मत्परः. Word to word translation. Yataha, as Puman, a person, na cha, na, not, Swangeshu, in his own body, Shirapani Adishu, between the head and the hands and the parts of the body, Kvachit, sometimes, Parakya Buddhim, differentiation, Kurute, make, Evam, thus, Bhuteshu, among living entities, Matparaha, my devotee. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. A person with average intelligence does not think the head and the other parts of the body to be separate. Similarly, my devotee does not differentiate Vishnu, the all-pervading personality of Godhead, from anything or any living entity. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Whenever there is a disease in any part of the body, the whole body takes care of the ailing part. Similarly, devotee's oneness is manifested in his compassion for all conditioned souls. Bhagavad Gita 5.18 says, Pandita Samadarshina, those who are learned see everyone's conditioned life equally. Devotees are compassionate to every conditioned soul, and therefore they are known as Aparakya Buddhi. Because devotees are learned and know that every living entity is part and parcel of Supreme Lord, they preach Krishna consciousness to everyone so that everyone may be happy. If particular part of the body is diseased, the whole attention of the body goes to that part. Similarly, devotees care for any person who is forgetful of Krishna and therefore in material consciousness. The equal vision of devotee is that he works to get all living entities back to home, back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Tasmin Brahmane Dvitiye Kevale Paramatmani Brahmarudrau cha Bhutani Veda Jnano Anupashyati. Translation. The Lord continued, one who is not in proper knowledge thinks that demigods like Brahma and Shiva are independent, or he even thinks that living entities are independent. Yatha Puman Swangeshu Shirapana Dishu Kochita Parakya Buddhim Kuruteba Evan Teshu Matpara. Person with average intelligence does not think the head and other parts of the body to be separate. Similarly, my devotee does not differentiate Vishnu, the all-pervading personality of Godhead, from anything or any other entity. Hare Krishna. Just a minute. I'm just pulling out. Hare Krishna. So, two shlokas we read. and purport also. So it's very interesting. Anyway, so the the context here is, as we know, we are discussing, we are releasing the story of um, that is Daksha Prajapati, Lord Shiva, and then Lord Vishnu also has entered in the scene now. So this is related to basically mainly Lord Shiva uh, sort of pastimes also, and of course Daksha Prajapati also is there. So the background here is just to revise the background. So Daksha arranged the sacrificial yajna, and he insulted Lord Shiva and his devotees, his disciples, and he insulted Sati also, which is her own daughter, his own daughter. Sati, Shiva, Lord Shiva's wife is Daksha's daughter. She leaves the body due to being insulted, and not especially her insult, and more, she was more hurted due to her husband's insult by her father itself. So she was more hurted, and she left the body in the anger, and Lord Shiva disciples kills the Daksha, who is the culprit in all this. Of course, Daksha is not an ordinary person. We should not see Daksha as a just simple, ordinary, simple living being. No, he was a very pious and very high level, austere sage, or I'll say Prajapati, who was in process of generating the progeny. Okay, so he was very exalted position, and he was Prajapati at the start of the creation. He was doing a lot of things in creating the progeny. But nevertheless, it happens when person reaches in material world is like that. At when person reaches to high heights with a lot of position, money, he gets sort of bit arrogant or puffed up and pulsed down. That's the nature of material world. We have to be very careful. Even Prajapati also are not spared from this illusion of Maya. Because person thinks under illusion that, yeah, everything is done by me. I'm the controller. So, and he forgets the real position of Lord and gets popped up. So this happened. And so then in that case, he get killed. He gets killed, and then Lord Shiva was also, of course, Brahma and other demigods approached to Lord Shiva to forgive them, forgive him and them also, and then they pray Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva gets, to the normalcy, and he also comes along with them, go to Daksha Prajapati's sacrificial area, and then there they start, uh, sort of glorifying the Lord Vishnu, which is a final purpose or objective of any activity, not only so-called formal yajna, but for any sacrifice, yajna, any activity, whatever we do, uh, the Lord has to be glorified, Lord has to be benefited, Lord has to be offered the results of that is because Lord is the final benefactor and enjoyer of the any sacrifice. When we last time we discussed, when we say sacrifice, it is not only that some homa and doing some ingredients we are adding and doing some homa there, burning the things. That is one type of sacrifice that was recommended in the Sakti Yoga. But in the various yoga, different type of sacrifices are recommended. In the Kali Yoga, it is only Sankirtan Yajna, which is the only thing which we have to do. So whenever we are doing but in general, as per the definition, sacrifice means any activity which you do, where you sacrifice your time, money, or your senses, enjoyment you sacrifice, whatever you do for benefit of human beings, or benefit of this material nature, benefit of Lord, offering to Lord is a sacrifice. So, for example, we are working in the company, and that is also one type of yajna, provided we are actually having that consciousness of Krishna consciousness, or we are having that consciousness that this is mean for Lord, then that is also yajna. So we do a yajna, and they are also doing, and this is what is going on there. Okay, so they become I mean, they little bit felt, they means demigods and Lord Brahma, they felt ashamed of it because they have not glorified the Lord Vishnu. And the whole purpose of the yajna was supposed to be satisfying the Lord. But other than that, everything started happening there. fighting started happening, ego battle started happening, insults started happening, killing started happening, and they were sort of not very comfortable with this what happened there, and they were feeling a little bit ashamed, and then they started glorifying Lord in the mood of pardon, like getting pardoned. So that's the current slokas are dealing with. So current shlokas are basically this, they are saying that they are glorifying, and then after glorifying, Lord starts speaking. Lord Vishnu starts speaking. That is those current shlokas are talking. So we will cover those two shlokas, and before that two shlokas also were there. That also we just touch upon just to understand what Lord has spoken till now to this audience, where which consists of all Prajapatis, big munis, rishis, and human beings, and others, celestial uh, beings, devatas, demigods, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, everybody was there, and they were glorifying, and then Lord Vishnu starts speaking. So he starts speaking. The first thing what he says is, I'll go to the earlier shloka, is Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Aham Brahma cha Sarvascha Jagata Karanam Param Atmeswarup Drishta Swayam Drugar Visheshanaha. Means Lord Vishnu says to the audience that Brahma, Lord Shiva, and I are the supreme cause of material manifestation, and I am the super soul, the self-sufficient witness, but impersonally there is no difference between Brahma, Lord Shiva, and me. This is what Lord Vishnu says. And then later on again he says, the Lord continued, my dear Dakshadvija, I am the original personality of God, but in order to create, maintain, and annihilate the cosmic manifestation, I act through my material energy, and according to the different grades of activity, my representations are differently named. So this is a next shloka. And then today's shloka, first shloka was, the Lord continues, one who is not in proper knowledge thinks that demigods like Brahma and Shiva are independent, and he even thinks that the living entities are independent. Next shloka, or today's second shloka, is, a person with average intelligence does not think the head and other parts of the body to be separate. Similarly, the my devotees does not differentiate Vishnu, the supreme personality of Godhead, from anything or any living entity. So what Lord Vishnu is telling, that basically he's telling to the audience that you people are fighting and a lot of issues are happening there, but the whole thing is to satisfy me. One thing. Secondly, he's telling, even though there is a fighting between this, that demigods, he's telling all the demigods, all the living entities, whole material nature has come from me, including Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. So we know these three murtis, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Shiva. So this is already explained that this is the incarnation sort of. They are like a Gunavtaras. Gunavtaras. They are the Gunavatara incarnation of the Lord Vishnu himself. Lord Vishnu incarnates himself in a Gunavatara form in three. Lord Vishnu himself plus Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva. Lord Brahma, so Guna means there are three gunas: mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. So these modes acts very swiftly and very delicately, very elaborately on us, on the all living entities. Now, to manage those modes also needs proper avatara, proper incarnation, proper powerful personalities. Who are those? Lord Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Vishnu himself is taking one of the role. He's in charge of mode of goodness, Sattva Guna. Lord Brahma is in charge of passion, because Lord Brahma has to create. Lord Brahma create, because Lord Brahma is a secondary creator. Lord Vishnu is the original creator, no doubt about it. Because how it works, as we discussed, if you can recall, the process of creation is explained by Maitreya Muni to Vidura, and that is what earlier this third canto and fourth canto starting also it's bit getting explained, where Lord Vishnu takes incarnate himself in Purusha Avtaras again. That is Mahavishnu. That is basically all. It's a material world. So Mahavishnu's pores of the body, skin, a lot of universes are coming. That is a Mahavishnu. Then he enters into each universe as a Kshirodakshay Vishnu, where he actually controls the things, and he's taking care of that universe. So he's lying on the Garbhodakshay ocean, Kajal ocean is lying there. So from there, that universe comes from the navel of the Lord. And from the navel, lotus comes, and on the lotus, Brahma comes, and that lotus is one universe. And then there, Lord Brahma comes, and he further secondary creates. It's a secondary creation where he further in each universe he creates living entities, means bodies of the living entities, material nature, panchamabhutas, and all those things he will create. Different type of living entities. Of course, living entities doesn't create. Living entities come from Lord only, which is there eternally. And he enters into the living entity enters into this material world, and this material world functions for the so-called satisfying the desires of living entity. That's the facility given by Lord to living entity, and it works. So in this way, Brahma is a secondary creator, and then Brahma, of course, then creates the Prajapatis, Saptarshis, and many Munis, and then um, uh, Manus. 14 Manus are there from the in one day of Brahma, and then Manu further creates progeny. Living entities are there created. Rudra comes, but they don't take part into. But Rudra comes from Brahma, and then from Brahma himself, Lord Shiva also comes. Of course, and Lord Shiva is in charge. Brahma is hence, since Brahma is involved into a lot of creation, progeny, he is mode of passion. Because in passion only we create the things. Okay, mode of passion is the thing which is responsible for creating or transforming the things, transmigrating the things. Because it needs activity and passion for that activity. So that's the mode of passion. And Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu is the mode of Sattva Guna. Mode of goodness means he maintains the universe. So maintenance or maintaining the anything, maintaining the status of the thing, maintaining the things in a very perfect way needs mode of goodness. So mode of goodness will have characteristic of maintaining the thing, preserving the things, and then of course delivering the things also. So then Lord Shiva is in charge of destructing this material nature at the end of Pralaya. So he takes destruction also is a process and needs management. So Lord Shiva takes, and he is in mode. He is in charge of the mode of ignorance. Of course, we should understand that it's not that just because these three murtis are in charge of various gunas or material modes of nature, doesn't mean they are in that mode. Lord Shiva is in charge of ignorance, doesn't mean Lord Shiva is in ignorance. No. Lord Brahma is passion, doesn't mean Lord Brahma is in fully in mode of passion. No, not that way. They are in charge. Of course, they are in transcendental platform. Of course, sometimes Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma comes under influence on this mode, but that is not because they are under that mode perennially. That happens as a part of Leela of their own and Lord Vishnu's Leela, because it happens like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva. There is a big katha in the Bhagavatam where Lord Shiva got enchanted by beauty of Mohini avatar. Now Mohini is not a ordinary woman. Mohini was Lord Vishnu himself, Lord Krishna himself. So that way they comes under modes influence of these material modes, but that is only as a part of Leela, and that's only circumstantially when Lord Vishnu want them. Otherwise, they are transcendental, and of course they are devotees of Lord, no doubt about it. So that is the whole sum and substance. So the three material nature, material creation happens in this way. Okay, so we discussed that part. Now, the whole discussion here is Lord Vishnu is telling that everything is coming from me. Of course, Lord Brahma is a secondary creator. Okay, but everything is originally coming from him. Lord Brahma himself is coming from Lord Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu is telling you don't see all this thing in a very different way. Different. Don't distinguish the things. Means what? This is very important philosophical point now, which we will discuss. So there is a oneness. What is a oneness? Oneness means everything is coming from Lord, and there is a purpose behind everything. Everything is actually worshipping the Lord in reality. If you really see, all this material nature is actually worshipping the Lord, is serving the Lord. Living entity is also serving the Lord directly or indirectly. If person is not in devotion, is serving the Lord indirectly. They don't want to serve the Lord in that mode of passion or mode of ignorance, but they are serving anyway. But they don't want to serve. The living is the only thing where they don't want to serve the Lord very with the desire if they are not devotees. But when devotees become devotees, they also want to serve the Lord. So in terms of there is one, everything is coming from Lord. In that way, there is a oneness because nothing is. If you really see the earlier shlokas says, like I'll just read some of those prayers by the demigods and Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. What are those prayers? So I'll just summarize like the prayer says that basically they are praying to Lord, they are glorifying the Lord, saying that you are the ingredients of all these yajna. You are the Panchamabhuta. You are our mind intelligence. From everything, everything is coming from you. Your holy name is also you. Okay, and it is all potent. Holy name is all potent. Then demigods, this living it is all parts and parcel of Lord. Then during pralaya also Lord only gives them protection. I'm just summarizing those shlokas. For each thing, what I'm saying, there is one or two shlokas. So I will not read the shlokas now. Then Lord is mean for, I mean, the purpose of sacrifice is to satisfy the Lord. Sacrifices mean for Lord. Okay. Then illumination of this Agni is from Lord. Lord is source of all good principles, good principle, religion, austerity, penance. Lord has created all this material energy, but he is not under control of it. Then he is beyond five senses. Like that, they are glorifying the Lord. What essentially it is telling is everything is coming from Lord. Now one may say, as Mayavadis argue, if everything is coming from Lord, I am also coming from Lord. I am also Lord. Everything is Lord. You are also Lord. And that's what Mayavadi says, impersonalist theory says. They claim that everything is one. So we are also God, which is refuted by Vaishnava philosophy always. And we should be very careful in not accepting this philosophy. Correct. It is right that there is a oneness. In this shloka, oneness is stretched. And these so-called non-devotees, Mayavadis picks up this shloka in isolation, say, oh, we are all one. Lord is also one, I am also one. But they don't understand that basically the whole thing has to be seen in the right perspective. So there is a oneness. Everything is coming from Lord, but Lord is not in that. Lord is different than this. Everything is coming from Lord as a source, but there Lord is different. Still, Lord says that I am this. Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, I am everything. I am this, I am this, I am that, I am that material nature, I am the taste of water, I am this taste of food. But I am not still into that. I am different. And everything depends on me. I am not dependent on anything. So Lord as an individual personality is different. We as a part and parcel of Lord are different. Our identities are, but of course we are one in with Lord in the sense we should be aligned to the Lord's purpose. And since we are coming from Lord, we are one with Lord in that sense. We also say, no, say for example, there is a company or organization. In organization is one. Why? Because there is a one objective, one mission, one vision. One person controls the organization at the top, owner of the organization. And they are one in terms of their purpose, objective. Understand? So organization is one unit at such. Like that, Lord is one unit. Lord is as a whole is one thing. His ingredients are also there. That is also ingredients being part of Lord. They are one with Lord in terms of serving the purpose of Lord. Like when we work in any company, we are part of company. We are one with company because we are one with purpose of the objective of the company. If there is no oneness in that sense, then there is a chaos. And that's why some organizations fall down. Why? Because there is no misalignment. But although I'm giving the again office example, although we are one in terms of office objectives, but we are different functionally. It is not that I'm doing some function, finance, somebody is doing commercial function, somebody is in technical function. It's not that everybody means one means, oh, everybody is same means everybody is doing everything. No, the functionality is different. Finance person will do finance job, technical person will do technical job. So that variegatedness is there, that difference is there. There is a oneness and there is a difference. Simultaneous, one and different. Achinda Bheda Bhed. That is a philosophy, beautiful philosophy given by Lord Chaitanya, and especially the Vaishnavas follow this philosophy. Others also follow this philosophy, but they intermingle and manipulate this. But actually, Lord Chaitanya give this Achinta Veda, which is a perfect combination of Dvaita, Advaita. Dvaita means variegatedness, difference between Lord, difference between living entity, difference between living entity, difference between Prakriti, difference between Prakriti, difference between Lord. So there are different. So they are different simultaneously. One also. One means actually in terms of purpose, because everything comes from Lord, they are one. So that way, simultaneous one, they are one also and difference also. So Vaishnava never say, oh, only Advaita is right or only Dvaita is right. Vaishnava never says that. Vaishnava says both are right. And Dvaita is originally because Lord Vishnu is a personality, Lord Krishna is a personality, everything. So that way, Vaishnava takes Dvaita and the top of it on the Advaita, but they don't deny the Advaita. While Advaita philosophies, people they deny Dvaita, saying that no, there is nothing like Lord is not a person, Lord doesn't an entity, all is same, I am also Lord. That is a complete misrepresentation of the Vedic knowledge. Of course, that's a different topic altogether, but it's not false completely. Again, I'm saying Advaita. There is a oneness between Lord. So that way, Advaita is not completely false, completely wrong, but they are partially right. Okay, that's way we can say. So anyway, so Lord, everything is coming from Lord. So in terms of purpose, there is a oneness. Just a minute. So now, what we have to understand from here is we should be very careful in understanding this in principle. So we are one with Lord in terms of serving the Lord, in terms of serving the purpose of Lord. And because He is our source, we are one with Him. But functionality, we are different. We are living entity. Devatas are different. The whole material nature is different and they are doing different function. So we have got our own identity and we have got our minute independence given by Lord to us. So we should not say we are same with Lord, then that will create problem. So there is a one thing. So in this first loka, what Prabhupada is mentioning is basically the living entities, including Brahma, are not independently separated. So living entities, we should see Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva as one in terms of their purpose. What is the purpose? Purpose is to maintain this universe, to serve the Lord. So that purpose is there. So that's why, because we doesn't see everything in context to Lord. Because sometimes we don't see everything is Lord is behind everything. Sometimes don't see that Lord is to be satisfied for everything. Many times we see that living entities are different living entities, but all are same as a servant of Lord. Due to this, just give me 2 minutes, Prabhuji, give me 2 minutes. Hare Krishna, some call there, disturbed. Hare Krishna, sorry. So, because don't see everything in context to Lord, the conflict of interest starts, or we are not able to appreciate the oneness, and that's why there is a conflicts. There is a selfishness. There is all this mode of gunas, mode of material modes of nature starts acting on us because we are not seeing everything in context to Lord. We are distinguishing Lord's energy from Lord. All is Lord energy. Whatever what we are discussed, marginal potency like us, we are the marginal energy of Lord, living entity, and there is a external energy of Lord. That is a Prakriti, material nature. So all these external, internal energies of Lord are energies of Lord. Without energy, there is no meaning to energetic. That is true. But energetic, also energy has to be seen as a source of energy has to be seen coming from the Lord. So Lord is the source. Energetic is the source of energy. So we should put everything in context. Energies and energetic. Energetic is Lord and energies are his energies, his Shaktis. So we should combine them in terms of seeing them in together or seeing them together. So this is a way right perspective has to be developed. If you don't develop this right perspective, then we see things in different direction and this conflict starts. And that is the whole thing. When we say we have to worship Lord or we have to glorify Lord, means we have to worship Lord by engaging his energy in his service. We have to engage them. We have to connect with him in this way. Correct. So now this is the first sloka for today being discussed, where Prabhupada mentions that we should not see Lord Brahma, Vishnu, and then of course Shiva as a different, because there is no difference. Certainly, because the whole thing, they are all incarnations of material nature's mode of passion and ignorance. Okay. So Prabhupada writes here, the Supreme Lord being the super soul in every living entity, including Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, is directing everyone in the activities of material modes of nature. So Lord is there everything, everywhere. Lord is there everywhere, hence they are, the whole thing is belongs to Lord. And we should see even Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva also are different because they are ultimately helping Lord to continue his, task of creation of material nature and maintenance of material nature. So that way they are not different. And we should see, once you see this, the conflict stops. Because ultimately everything is meant for serving the Lord. There is a question of conflicts. So even in devotee community also, Prabhupada always stretched this. Prabhupada always stretched this in his various purpose that we should, the purpose is to serve Lord. Purpose is to serve Guru. So if that is taken care, then definitely conflicts will not be there in any society. So that is what Prabhupada mentioned. And Prabhupada stressed on this. And whenever there is a discrepancy in this principle, there is always conflicts, even though in devotee community it happens because we deviate from purpose. So that oneness has to be seen, which is basically the oneness of the purpose, and the source of all is being same. That is how oneness is. That is now second part, second sloka for today, 53 sloka says, a person with average intelligence does not think the head and other parts of the body to be separate. Similarly, my devotee does not differentiate Vishnu, the all-pervading personality of Godhead, from anything or any living entity. So simple. So Prabhupada makes it very simple in understanding this. He says that devotees are compassionate to every living soul, living conditioned soul. Therefore, they are known as aprakya buddhi, because devotees are learned and know that everything is part and parcel of Supreme Lord. They preach Krishna consciousness to everyone so that everyone may be happy. If particular part of the body is diseased, the whole attention of the body goes to that part. Similarly, devotees care of any person who is forgetful of Krishna and therefore in material consciousness. The equal vision of devotee is that works to get all living entities back to Godhead. So devotees see the real oneness of the Lord, including himself. What is that? How he sees the oneness? Simultaneous, one and different. So difference we understood. Difference is living entities are different, Lord is different. Different identities are there. There is an independence. Prakriti is nature. All are energies and energetic. So there is a difference between Lord and us is, Lord is energetic, we are energies. Energy cannot be energetic, but energy is part of energetic. Simple. Okay. So this is the difference is very clear. We should understand. Unlike Mayavadi philosophers, we are very clear that there is a variegatedness. There is a difference between one thing and other thing in terms of their existence, in terms of their function, in terms of their purpose. Purpose, when I say purpose of that particular function, but overall purpose is one, to serve the Lord. So there is a oneness. Now, because, and then devotees see oneness as another thing is, there is a oneness because we have to serve the Lord. We have to satisfy the Lord. That is a oneness, purpose of oneness. How we exhibit that? Prabhupada explains here, because living entities ultimately soul, that is oneness. So there is a universal functionality of living entity, that is we are soul. At the core, we are soul. Although every soul is different in terms of identity, but ultimately it's a soul, principally soul, which we are in body. We are entrapped in the body. So that soul is suffering in the body due to influence of modes of material nature and mind, intelligence, ego. So living entity sees Prakriti is there, souls are there. There are different souls. Ultimately, there are souls. So they need to be, they are conditioned. So living entity sees that soul as a principle, and the conditioned position of the soul as one of the phenomena where they are conditioned. They see that as a seeing that yes, there is a universal problem. There is a problem with these souls, and they are suffering due to this thing. And so they see everything, every living entity as a soul. Pandita Samadarshina. The Pandit means devotee. The knowledgeable person sees even the dog, even the Chandala, dog eater, and other things, human being and animal, all at the same level. So it doesn't mean they are same. Dog and man cannot be same in terms of their bodily features, in terms of their desire, in terms of how they behave. It cannot be same. There are difference, but they are same in terms of their conditioned nature, which is a different body. But at the soul level, they are same. Dog soul and human soul, Devata soul is same. At the end of the day, at the soul, in its constitutional position, in constitutional original position, they are soul. It's a Satchinanand. But due to different karmas and different karma phalas, they are having different bodies and different characteristics of body, and that is the way based on the characteristic of the body, they behave as per that. And hence it looks they are different. So but they are soul. At the soul level, they are Satchinanand. But souls are originally different identities. Try to understand this. It's a bit philosophical today, but it's very important to understand. So nevertheless, the devotee sees all these things as a conditioned soul. The whole material nature is there playing its role, and he sees as a universal problem. And hence he's that one, due to that oneness, seeing that everything as a universal problem or universal oneness, he doesn't distinguish between the no, this dog is different, man is different. So man should be liberated, dog should not be liberated. Oh, this is one man is not so good, other man is so little bit good. So I will only help that one man which is little bit good in devotional service. Other man, oh, he's too bad, I will not help him. No, that is not the way devotees see. If that had been the case, acharyas like Prabhupada would not have gone to Western countries, or even in general also acharyas would have never preached to the lower caste people or very sinful people, but they preach Jagai Madai also. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda preached to Jagai Madai. We are extremely sinful soul, human being, but extremely sinful. Or uh, you can see that, like, so Western world, where Prabhupada taught Western world. He went and taught Bhagavad Gita to Western world. Why? They were so degraded compared to the Vedic civilization, but he went and taught them. How? Because due to compassion, because Prabhupada saw everything as a one. It's a Lord's energy. People are suffering due to their karma, that's fine, but ultimately it's the Lord's energy and they have to liberate. Everybody has got stand chance to liberate, and Lord want that. So Prabhupada was in oneness with the Lord's purpose, and he was in oneness in equally visualizing the things with respect to different living entities, although they are appear to be variegated or variety. So this is the way simultaneous one and different. Achintya Bheda Tattva has to be understood. So very simple. Prabhupada has made it very simple purport, and we have to understand that way. So devotee always see, he doesn't distinguish good, bad people, good people, as far as preaching is concerned. As far as giving him the devotional knowledge is concerned, he will give to everybody. Whoever want to take, irrespective of his material position, irrespective of his gunas, and irrespective of all this, his education, all that, he will distribute to everybody. And that's the magnanimity of the devotee. And that is what we should all try to follow. that we should not distinguish. Of course, the dealings with the different people may change depending on the nature of the person or depending on the body of the person. Dealings may different. Dealings may be different. We may deal with dogs separately in the way we deal. We may deal with human being, one human being, second human being, third in a different way. But that dealing transactional part at level it may change. It may be, but the originally the whole purpose is oneness. That is basically to liberate everybody, to help them in liberty, to give them the devotional service, to bring them back to God and back to Krishna. So that is the way oneness has to be seen. So this is the two shlokas we discussed today, and this is a purport, and we just elaborated a little bit further, and key takeaways we have seen. So thanks for your time. Now I will suggest, or I'll request devotees to comment or anything they want to put some questions or any doubts, or they can put some comment. They can put comment. Hare Krishna. Okay, so if there are no comments or questions, we close the session today. But before closure, we'll just summarize quickly. So the simultaneous oneness and difference is being discussed here, and we have ultimately understood it, saying that oneness is between energy and energetic in terms of its purpose and source, and there's a simultaneous difference is in whatever variegatedness we see, that is mainly due to the different functionalities. But when it comes to oneness, we are part and parcel of Lord. We are qualitatively one with Lord. In terms of serving, we are one with Lord. The whole purpose of the thing is, so that is oneness. And difference means functionality is different, and we have to carry out our own function. So devotee, as a secondly, we saw devotee being this very understanding this simultaneous one and difference very clearly. Achinta Veda very clear. When he exhibits his oneness vision, he equally distributes the devotional service to everybody. He doesn't distinguish the people. He doesn't hate anybody. He doesn't look down anybody. So he is equal to everybody. That is the way the devotee sees. And difference means he doesn't see himself as a Lord because he is not Lord. So that difference is there. So there is a simultaneous Veda Abheda. So this is what we have seen. And this is in context of Lord himself is telling to the Daksha and Brahma and Shiva, Lord Shiva and Devatas, that you see everything like this. This should be your vision, so that the conflicts are not there. And that is the summary of these two slokas. Hare Krishna. So we will close the session here. Thanks for coming, all devotees. Please keep attending this Zoom session of Srimad Bhagavatam daily basis as per your time availability. And keep reading Bhagavatam, keep chanting. Hare Krishna. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We end the session here. Hare Krishna. Thank you.